Hello, guys, and welcome to the FYI show, your number one fact checker. My name is Dicky Chilis, and I hope you're going to stay with me from the beginning to the end. Now, today's topic is somewhat serious, somehow affects your use of internet. For the future, for now, this topic is quite essential in how you will use the internet when the country is in political, economic, social turmoil, or occurrences that are unusual, or occurrences that happen over a certain period of time, like elections and things like those. So I hope you're going to stay with me from the beginning to the end as I give you this information and educate you today. Let's get into the video. Now, Kenya has distanced itself from a US led pact against internet shutdowns. Okay? Now, the name of this pact is the Declaration for the Future of the Internet. I repeat, the Declaration for the Future of the Internet, DFI. Okay? Now, the only African countries that are listed in this pact are Kenya, Cape Verde, Niger, and Senegal. Okay? But now, here's the catch. Kenya is saying no, at least not yet. We have not agreed to that pact, at least not yet. Countries outside Africa that are in agreement are the countries outside Africa that are in this pact are the United States of America, of course, it's the leader of this pact, Germany, France, the UK, Japan, and Ukraine. Okay? Now, what does this DFI agreement mean? It means any country that is a member of the pact should refrain from blocking or degrading access to lawful content, services, and applications. That means, let's say, for example, Kenya, it cannot, as long as something, an app, a film, a service, online shopping service, something, anything, is lawful under the Kenyan constitution, is lawful under the Kenyan law itself, the government cannot and it should not prevent its citizens from accessing it, regardless of the situation. Okay? Now, the second thing, number two, what the DFI means. Number two, members will commit to a single global internet, meaning that the internet will be open, encourages competition in business, upholds privacy, and respect for human rights. I'm sure you're familiar with these terms because we use them a lot, especially upholds privacy and respect for human rights. This is what it means to have a single global internet with the members of this pact. This is what it means. The single global internet is not physical, it is ideological. It is in form of objectives, such that these members will have common objectives using the internet. The internet in those countries will have common objectives, which are openness, encouraging competition, upholding privacy, respecting human rights. So that means that any member will have to uphold all these. Okay? Now, the statement from the US government is that the DFI Pact is happening because of the digital authoritarianism in the country. That word is hard, but it's digital authoritarianism. The pact is being established because of the rising digital authoritarianism. They claim that some states have been acting to repress the freedom of expression, censor independent news sources, interfere with elections, promote disinformation around the world, and deny their citizens other human rights. So this is their concern, and this is why the DFI Pact is being established. This is why it's being drafted, and countries are being admitted into the agreement. Okay, so here is some of the scenarios that I saw are similar to what the US is saying, and that is why they are bringing this pact. Okay, number one scenario is Kenya. Okay, the Kenyan government shut down major local TV stations for days after airing the mock swearing-in of ODM leader Raila Odinga as the people's president back in 2017. We all remember that scenario. I don't need to get into it, right? Number 2, Uganda. The Ugandan government shut down the internet in the country for 5 days during the January 2021 general elections. Further, the citizens were completely denied social media access from January 12th, 2021 till February 11th, 2021. The internet shutdowns cost Uganda an average of 196 million shillings per day. Number 4, Tanzania. The government of Tanzania has been truncating media freedom, allegedly, and the internet blackouts over the course of 2020 totaled up to 1,584 hours, costing the country over 63 billion shillings. This trend started just before the general elections of Tanzania. Are you noticing a trend here? Because I am. I am noticing a trend. And the 3 countries of East Africa, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania, do this internet shutdown, social media things, lack of access to news during election period. It's wild. The 4th and final is Ethiopia. Now, in 2020, Ethiopia lost a total of 3,657 hours, costing the country over 11 billion shillings. The Ethiopian government cited security reasons for that. I'll leave you to be the judge of all that has happened in Africa. I'll leave you to be the judge of all that. Now, let's get back to the DFI agreement. The Kenyan government spokesperson, retired Colonel Cyrus Oguna, termed the listing of Kenya in the DFI agreement as erroneous. This means that they made a mistake. The US or the countries involved made a mistake by listing Kenya as part of the DFI agreement. Now, he states that the only way Kenya can sign into such an agreement is if our cabinet approves and the National Assembly ratifies. Okay? If the cabinet of the country approves this agreement and the National Assembly agrees that the country should get into it. But these are yet to be done. The government spokesperson further says Kenya is reviewing the DFI agreement. That means the government is in talks. People are discussing, the authorities, the cabinet secretaries, the National Assembly. These are things that are down for discussion. And the country will state her position on the issue after concluding this review. So they have to get to those meetings, discuss, liaise with international bodies, the ambassadors. Everything has to be planned so that when they state their laws, they state their demands, and what terms and conditions they have when they get into this agreement. What are their limits? What are our boundaries? What are our limits as a country? Where do we see this going with our country's internet? Okay, so I hope I have educated you. I hope you have learned something new today. It has been fun telling you this story. So tell me what you think about this topic. Tell me what you think about the internet use in Kenya. What do you see about the future? If we get into this, what do you think about it? Do you think it will be an advantage? Do you think it is a disadvantage to us? Comment on the comment section below. And I hope to see you in the next video. This has been FYI Show, your number one fact checker. I was your host, Dicky Chilis. Please subscribe to the channel and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.